Alright, so what's up you guys, it's your boys LJs coming at you back again with the My Hero Wants Justice action. So for today's video we actually have some details about how attacks work, and we can go in depth on how those attacks work for the new characters Tokoyami, Jirou and Kirishima. So this will be a whole list of a lot of stuff, so make sure to listen carefully because even I don't know exactly what is going on about, so just stay tuned and eventually I'll get an updated video on how things work, because right now it's kind of a mess since we haven't seen a lot of the game yet. Well, let's just go through it. So for attack actions we have a few points, which would be hero combo, guard weak point attack, counter attack, quirk techniques and plus ultra technique. So let me start off with hero combo. Easily connect combos with the press of a button. The number of hits varies depending on the character, so basically this is kind of easy. I guess this should be an auto combo or just standard combos which you can just press one button for, just like in fighters a light combo or whatever, so this shouldn't be too hard to understand. Then we have guard weak point attack, an attack that breaks through the opponent's guard. Although it cannot lose against a counter attack from your opponent, you should be cautious as it's slow to unleash. So I'm guessing this is like a sort of stamina break or whatever, something like we've seen in Xenoverse 2. Maybe it's some sort of stun or whatever, because I'm guessing when someone's guard is broken you can just go all out for a minute or whatever. So I'm guessing it's something like that, although I have to get back to you on that one because I'm not too sure as well. Then we have counter attacks, negates the opponent's attack while unleashing your own attack. However, it's unable to negate your guard weak point attack, and attacks will have a large number of hits. So I'm guessing this is some sort of dragon rush where you can counter attack someone's attack and it will automatically get a large number of hits in. But you might need to put it in on your own manually, so we'll have to see about that, because all these type things like counterattacks and whatever we haven't really seen in action, so I can't really tell you guys what's going on or what is facts and what is not, so we'll just have to see with time down the line. Now on to quirk techniques. You can use 3 types of quirk techniques by using different combinations with the movements of a joystick. There are some techniques that cannot be used or have different effects when used in air, so you can kind of compare it to fighters where some attacks have a different outcome in air or can be done in air, or have a whole different outcome when you're doing it on ground or whatever. So I'm guessing those are kind of like the normal attacks, or they are super attacks. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they're normal attacks instead of the plus ultra techniques, because as of now we also have a plus ultra technique topic, which you can trigger your strongest special move by consuming the plus ultra bar. There are 2 types of plus ultra techniques, and the plus ultra 2 plays out an intense attack after it hits. So I'm guessing the plus ultra 2 attack is the biggest ultimate attack which we have trailers for, and the normal plus ultra technique might be a secondary ultimate attack. So that pretty much confirms quirk techniques are just use of a quirk and can be called level 1 attacks as a reference into fighters. So that was it for attack actions, so let's slide over to special actions. For special actions we have the topics just guard, guard break, stun and wall rush chance. So let me start off with just guard. By guarding against an attack with the right timing, you can momentarily freeze your opponent in their tracks to create the opportunity to counterattack. You normally cannot guard against an aerial attack, but this is possible with just guard. So this is basically a perfect block from Xenoverse 2 where you can just block at a specific timing and it will freeze your opponent so you can get an attack or 2 in. And I'm guessing that will be the main point where you can use your ultimate attacks, so be careful with that. So let's go over to guard break. By continuously attacking and wearing down your opponent's endurance to 0, you can perform a guard break. Cancel their guard to create the opportunity for an attack. So this is kind of a stamina break which we've seen in Xenoverse 2. Wear out someone down to 0 stamina and then you can abuse it and use it for an ultimate attack or whatever. And we also have stun, so if you take a lot of damage in a short amount of time you will fall into a stunned state. If you are stunned you will be defenseless for a fixed amount of time. Now that sounds pretty fucking cheesy to me, so we'll see how that works. Hopefully it isn't as cheesy as I imagined to be, but to me it sounds like we have a lot of different options for people to get stunned or guard broken with, so hopefully they kept in mind that it won't be too cheesy or whatever. So I'm kind of scared now that I've read this. So wall rush chance is also a thing. If you attack your opponent after blowing them back into a wall, an on the wall battle will commence. So this is basically the wall running part you've seen in trailers or whatever. Now that's not the main problem, but I'm kind of scared about its stun, because if you think about it, Stain is also in the game. Knowing how his quirk works, for those who know, I'm not trying to spoil, this could be a serious problem, so hopefully it isn't that cheesy as I imagine it to be. Now let's go over the latest characters. So let's start off with Jirou, a rock music girl with an aloof atmosphere about her. Her quirk earphone jack allows her to plug the earphone jacks that hang from her ears into an object to channel the sound of her heartbeat into it and attack in sound waves. In battle, she's a mid-distance type specialized character with a steady reach. Since her heartbeat sounds attack can be used as traps, you can gradually set up traps from a distance to fight in a way that drives your opponent into a corner. Now we've read something about traps before, so I'm kind of interested how that will go, but it seems like Jirou will be an actual really good character because she has range and she can also do damage in mid-distance. So I think Jirou will be a good character. Now on to our boy Tokoyami, a character with a cool personality and a bird-like appearance. His quirk Dark Shadow allows him to materialize a retractable shadow-like monster. In battle, he uses a technique type that utilizes offense and defense modes depending on the situation. In attack-based solo mode, you can have Dark Shadow charge your opponent and continue attack, and in team-up mode, you can keep Dark Shadow out the whole time to increase your guard abilities. But I'm not as interested in Tokoyami as in team-up mode, so this kinda proves or confirms that we will have some sort of 2v2s or maybe something like the sports festival where we need to team up and do a party battle. Now I'm hype about that. I mean, I'm cool with my boy Tokoyami, but team up mode sounds like a real good thing to add into the game. So I can't wait for that, and I'm kinda happy they kinda confirmed it low key. So let's go over to Kirishima, a passionate hero prospect whose motto is to be manly. His quirk Hardening allows him to harden his whole body, which greatly enhances his attack and defense. In battle, he has a power type who does not falter for enemy attacks. His hardened state is a super armor mode, which is able to last for a fixed period of time, and he is a power fighter who can attack while not flinching from enemy attacks. But since that doesn't make him invincible, be sure to probably manage his health. So what I get from this is that Kirishima is actually a pretty tanky character, but if the quirk wears out, he's way more vulnerable to attacks than other characters. So I'm guessing that's a drawback of his quirk, which sounds pretty balanced, although I hope it isn't that bad where you can just auto combo one time and then it's over for Kirishima. That would be a real shame if that is the case. But this is it for today. Now I'm sorry if it's kind of confusing. I'm just as confused as you guys are, but I will be updating on all this. So make sure to stay around and I will update you guys later on with a way more logical explanation so you guys can actually understand what's going on, because most of this hasn't been shown yet, so it's not that bad that you don't understand what's going on. So it was your boy XavierOnYT bringing up the latest update for My Hero Wants Justice, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a blessed day, stay safe, peace.